Hello, beautiful souls. So I've been called to do an energy clearing, so like a chakra, kind of a chakra clearing, and I pulled out this big whopper. This is a ginormous sage stick. So if you're listening on a podcast and you're not actually watching visually, it's a pretty big, it's a pretty big stick. It is the size of my head. I was just going to do this on my Patreon membership platform, but I got called to do it for everybody. So we must have a lot of energy that we need to release on Earth. So this could completely smoke me out. I do have my water as well, just in case it's a bit of a fire hazard, this one. But yeah, we've all got just so much old energy that is being called to be released. So it's a really great time when there's so much high frequency energy that's penetrating this old reality. So we've come from these higher realms. We we created a soul blueprint for this lifetime. We chose where we were going to live. We chose when, like the time, the date when we were going to be born. We chose our names. We chose our parents. You know, you may think, why would I choose the country that I chose, or why would I choose the parents I chose? But it's all part of, it's like, I'm hearing the life cycle of a soul. That's not the right word at all. It's almost like it's what our souls want to create, what we want to, it's almost like what we want to achieve, like what we want to learn, what we want to experience. So sometimes we choose harder situations. And what's been happening in this, what we call in the false matrix, is that there's been a lot, it's kind of been like an inverted creation, turned upside down. So a lot of kind of reincarnations were not, they weren't coming from the divine original blueprint. A lot got a bit messed up, to be honest, in this reality. So we are here, we volunteered to come. We came from higher realms and we're bringing high frequency energy through, but we're still, we've still been living in this reality. And it's kind of like we've got this, I don't want to say dirty. It's like we've been living in a little bit of a muddy, icky, messy, it's an energy, it's a frequency that we've been living in. So it's just been kind of sitting on us. It's almost like kind of showing me like dust, like there's a dust layer. If you're in the desert, you end up with a kind of a layer of dust if you spend 3 days in the desert. And so in order to kind of clear out that old dusty energy, we really need to keep resetting all the time. So that's why I got this whopper of a sage for us today. So we're going to call back our energy. So we call it back from all time and space. So what we have been doing is calling back our soul fragments. So we've been reconnecting all of our soul fragments with our oversoul and with our higher self, with our monad, I'm hearing. So we're kind of like, it's not Tetris, but it's like realigning the blocks, putting the pieces of the puzzle again. All I'm seeing is a Jenga. It's almost like rewiring, what's the word? We're like going in reverse type thing. It's like the Jenga blocks are all over the ground, and now we're putting the Jenga back up again. We're building back up to our original soul self, our divine blueprint, we're bringing back all of our soul fractals again. So Source is wanting us to bring in higher frequencies of light, only if you want to. Source is so neutral. that you don't have to heal, you don't have to feel good, you don't have to be happy. You can be whatever you want to be. But source, if you want, you can bring in high frequency waterfall of golden light. Look at it like source is showing me like I don't even know what these are. You could even just call like little butterflies coming in and repairing. They're not butterflies, but they're just like these little, I don't even know what they are. They're like, they're like coming in and repairing all of the DNA, like an upgrade. They're not light codes. They're like little, there's no words to even describe what these things are. All I can say is like just visualize butterflies coming in and upgrading, or fairies coming in upgrading. But it's not, it's like really high frequency. Like source is saying you could visualize raindrops that are like golden raindrops that are dropping all over you and upgrading your DNA. Yeah, what are those things? Random. I've never seen that before. Interesting. Okay, so let's call back our energy. We call back our energy from all time and space. We call back our energy straight to this place. We return to sender any energy that's not ours with consciousness attached. So we create this waterfall of source frequencies with these little upgrading energy things that I've never seen before. They're clearing our energy. You know, like they're showing me there's like, it's really mucky, dirty water. You could say that if everything looked like mucky, dirty water, what they're doing is like they're filtering out the mud, filtering out the muck, and bringing in some fresh new juice, fresh new like purified water. When I say juice, I mean like energy, you know, like energy, like a car needs more juice, it needs more energy. That's what we've been calling for, is more energy, like more energy in a more exciting, fun way, rather than a survival, anxious, adrenaline, stressed out way. You know, we're kind of using our energy in different ways, which aren't really beneficial for the human body. The human body's getting a bit tired now. So yeah, there's a lot of other ways that we can utilize our energy. Like we can use the 0 point quantum unified field to bring in energy. So you can just visualize the 0 point. You can ask for source energy. Source will send you energy because you are source. So all you're doing is feeling your own energy. You can ground yourself to Gaia. Gaia's great at helping. Yeah, whatever resonates with you. Call on the angels, call on the galactics, whatever you'd like to do. Okay, so we're just going to do a quick little cleanse with, so I have an amethyst agate. So we just want to bring in some balance, some calm, some peace, some clarity, and then they keep wanting me to bring in abundance lately. So we're bringing in the citrine again, citrine crystal. So citrine's for abundance. And I actually read this one the other day. This was a soul purpose card, and it's called, this one was called Abundance. So I'll read it again. So as you wholeheartedly share your gifts, you open to a flow of abundance. You allow ideas, creativity, money, service, joy, and connections to come in and out of your life with generous ease. Connect to your divine abundance by opening your heart each day and visualizing an endless flow of all you desire. So yeah, let's visualize our hearts, our heart portal opening, and we are allowing, we are deserving, we are worthy, we are allowing that abundance to flow, whatever you might need, an abundance in a relationship, an abundance of money, and an abundance of healthy food, an abundance of fun, an abundance of clarity, an abundance of a great job or a great business, whatever you need. So just visualize that happening. So let's heat up this bad boy, this big, massive sage stick. So it's going to probably take a while. Oh no, maybe not. It's not going to take too long to catch on fire. Okay, let's hope I don't smoke myself out. But what we're going to do is visualize releasing any energy. That'll do. Woo. Release any energy that no longer serves you. Okay, so if you want to visualize your physical body, so cleansing and clearing your physical body. So if you're just listening and you can't see this, there's quite a lot of smoke happening. If you want to, you could check it out on if you're listening, you can watch it on YouTube, or Spotify has videos too, or my Patreon membership has this on it as well. So we're just going to visualize clearing out our human, like our cells, our DNA, cleansing and clearing, and bringing in just a lot more kind of healing, wellness, love, abundance, like abundance of health, physical alignment, wellness. And then we visualize energy, like our energy centers, so our chakras. So visualize those clearing and cleansing and releasing anything that's stuck. Even like that, I'm seeing some entities just feed off the old energy, and like old stagnant energy, and they feed off anger and resentment and a bit of chaos. So just ask those entities to be released from your energetic field and send them back to source energy. And then you can clear out the emotional blockages, like if you're still feeling, if you're feeling depressed, or you're just a bit, you're feeling a bit miserable, or you are feeling, but unloved as well. Our emotions get affected by sometimes, how we're feeling, how we perceive our reality. If you're not feeling loved by others, it's because you're not loving yourself. So yeah, are you feeling angry or sad? Ask to release those emotions if you want to. You don't have to, because it is your experience. So, forgive yourself. Just find that peace and compassion that you deserve. Okay, so emotions, mental body. So the brain is recalibrating to higher frequencies. So the brain is getting a little bit confused because the brain is having to upgrade. So when a lot of upgrades happen, there's just like a waiting period where you can feel like you're kind of losing your mind a bit, like you're forgetting things, like you're confused, or that things just feel weird, or you thought you had something in the diary, but it's the week after, or you missed an appointment. This is kind of going quantum. It's like you're tuning into a quantum computer. So time's going weird. So just give yourself that compassion and love, and try not to get frustrated at yourselves for forgetting something, or not remembering something, or getting confused. Or don't get give yourselves compassion if you're feeling depressed or down, because the spiritual awakening is such a roller coaster ride, because it's like really cool at the beginning when you're like, woohoo, I am the universe, I can see so much more, I can feel so much more. But then you realize you can see so much more and you can feel so much more. So then you're seeing all of the false matrix stuff as well, which can be a bit overwhelming. So yeah, so just give yourselves that love and compassion that you need. Ooh, that sage, woo, 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 yeah. That was beautiful. So I've just got this little koshi chime that I love. So it is bamboo, This one's an air koshi, so they have all the elements like fire, wind, fire, air, earth. So water. What is this one? Yeah, water. Aqua. This one's called aqua, which means water. It's from France. The koshis. Love that. Just love that sound. It's very kind of soothing. Very soothing. Right. Wow. I feel like I'm very cleansed after that sage. So what I'm going to do as well, I'm going to sage under my bed. Do you know what? I keep hearing it's that blimmin' Metallica song, the bass under my bed. Is it bass? You know that one. Bass under your bed, in your closet, in your head. Exit night. Enter Sandman. I used to sing that all the time when I was younger. Bass under your bed, and now I always used to get scared of bass under my bed. So make sure if you're scared, if there's something that you have brought through from childhood, like cupboards, dark cupboards, scary, that kind of stuff. Then, it's amazing how like I'm nearly 50 and sometimes I'm thinking, what's under my bed? But now I sing the butterflies. It's just the butterflies under my bed. And so what you can do is you can sage all of your areas. So now I have crystals under my bed. I have it like run on the floor, and then I have it under my mattress, and then under my pillow. I have crystals all around, crystals in the corners of the house for, abundance and calm, clarity. I don't believe I need protection, but sometimes we feel like we need a bit extra protection. But yeah, sage under your bed. You can use the Palo Santo wood as well, which I quite like the smell of the Palo Santo. And yeah, cleanse. You kind of go clockwise, and open the windows to let out the smoke, let out the energy, the old energy, and just intend. You can either speak it out loud or say it in your mind. I intend on releasing any old energy that no longer serves us with consciousness attached, and kind of go around, start wherever you want, wherever you're called to start, and then just go around, keep it lit, keep it kind of smoking. Once the smoke goes out, that you need to do a little bit extra. The energy is quite thick if the smoke goes out. So light it again, go around clockwise until you've done the whole lot, and then use your intuition. If there's any other areas that you feel like you want to cleanse, go for it. Like if these smoky sticks are too much for you, you can always use like a essential oil spray, stuff like that. There's so much stuff. Or if you don't want any spray, so that's like the spray is like lavender. I've got like mint ones and stuff, depending on what you like. This is called white light purification. So you can spray mist, but then you might not like any smells because you might be highly sensitive to smells. So just use a crystal. Just go around your house, your workplace, wherever you feel called to. Just go around with a crystal, or just set an intention. Visualize a golden light, ask source energy to help you cleanse and clear. And just go around with source. You don't need any materials or anything. So yeah, I think that's probably it for our clearing. But I think it's just a really good time to keep clearing out the old energy, because all of the old, outdated things like trauma and what didn't serve us and negative energy, it's all being purged out. So it's going to keep coming for a little bit longer. So if we can just keep cleansing, or just visualize cleansing, visualize higher frequency connections, then we're going to be bringing in the high frequencies to help everybody. So we are the alchemists. We can create whatever we want. So thank you guys so much for joining me. You are absolutely amazing. So let's ground ourselves to New Earth. Let's visualize tree roots going down into Gaia's central sun, the core of Gaia. Beautiful nature. There's trees, there's flowers, there's butterflies, there's such beautiful things in the core. down in the earth, visualize going down, but visualize the new earth divine, the divine blueprint frequencies that we're attaching to. We don't want to just be floating around in the ethers, because that means we can't manifest our dreams. So we need to be connected to earth, but we definitely want to be connected to the highest timeline for earth. So the highest frequency line, which, you can call new earth, 5D, whatever you want. So thank you guys so much for joining me. You are amazing. Sending peace, love, and good vibes your way. I just might have to open the window. I think I'm just blocking my throat chakra. So just be careful that you don't smoke yourself out, because that's not what you want to do. All right, guys, I love you. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.